Hello, welcome back to Assassin's Creed Shadows from ELG, episode 48. Probably been a few days since the live stream was posted. Sorry about the break. But probably a few weeks since more than a week since I played it, because of the way I've been releasing the videos. So some of them were recorded a while back, because I string some of them together when I do a few hours live and then release an hour and a half at a time. Anyway, yeah, we're basically trying to do. I kept being killed. We're in a boss fight. Of all things, we've got to assassinate Kimuru K. And we're Yasuke at the moment. Well, there's actually sort of three guys, four guys. Come in and we meet this guy, and then he just kicks our ass. New.
You cannot stop me, Yasuke. You are ignorant of the Templars. Of this world.
Spoken by a traitor to his own land.
My land robbed me of purpose. The Templars restored it.
You lead your people into servitude.
This from the fool who followed Nobunaga. He gave you freedom. His death gave you freedom. Now you waste it on childish vendettas.
You refuse to see the true face of Nunokaro and men of his kind.
You know nothing of them.
I know them all too well. Monsters! That is who
each time
serve.
I die, I have to listen to this bit for whatever reason. Hey, boxing.
Rulers of this land,
I'm better
betray us both. They don't deserve loyalty.
Nunokaro is no better!
I'm probably going to have to do this a few times so you don't remember all the controls. Two lives gone. Can't use my special abilities either in this stupid boss fight mechanics. None of them are all that was just a practice go. The warm up. Flex the fingers. I actually use controller for my AC game, so it's a little bit easier on the hands rather than WSAD. It's just the mental torture. Come on, lock in, LG. Lock in. We got this. Even if it is raining.
You cannot stop me, Yasuke. You are ignorant of the Templars, of this world.
Spoken by a traitor to his own land.
My land robbed me of purpose. The Templars restored it.
You lead your people into servitude.
This from the fool who followed Nobunaga. He gave you freedom. Now you waste it on childish vendettas.
You refuse to see the true face of Nunokaro and men of his kind.
You know nothing of them.
I know them all too well. Monsters! That is who you serve.
Lies!
Let's not try and lose 2-3 lives within the first few hits.
They don't deserve loyalty.
Nunokaro is no better!
I say, losing a third of my health and running into the fire. Dodge the red attacks. A lot of games have these red attacks which are unblockable now that you have to dodge. And I think it's a great sort of visual addition to sort of like, you know, what's sort of coming. But I think it still doesn't make me any better. Still can't usually dodge them any better. Trapped by a small piece of wood. Come on, lock it in, LG. Lock it in. He doesn't seem to catch my father if he runs through it. Kind of this fort, I may say so. Kind of ranging with this long weapon is a lot better. I tried it with the guitar at the end of the other video. And it was... Ow, ow, ow. Get this little save thing and then it gets even more
The fight has
powerful.
only just begun.
That is big sword. Good hit, that's his armor gun. Oh dear, oh dear. Totally banjacked that up. And I wasted the ability thing. I've got some more lives to pick up. I don't want to do that. I'm down to 2 or 1 and still alive. Hold on. No. setting, the music and the vibe in this game is probably one of the best AC games I've had, with the Japanese setting, praying, the temples. It really is. It's very good in part. No, no. Not building up any more of my ability things. Just blocks my shot. And then comes at me with a red attack. Down my target. Eyes are getting worse. Let's go get these buys now, but I think it's too early. Sure, I don't get any more after this. Run straight away. Probably use that a bit early. Oh no. Oh, I lost the ability thing. I had it. And it just didn't kick in. Oh, it's two major mistakes I made in this last
Waste your talents.
5 minutes ago, but he still hasn't really got much help. Oh, good. That's not good. He did. Whoops. I'll read it back. That is not even really half done on that. Second little mini cutscene. I'd like to think this is it, but I don't think it is. We'll come out with some other special. Well, at least we're out of the room. Maybe I can get some more health. Some of the boss fights you don't actually need to kill them.
Your cause is my target, Kay, not you. Abandon it and live.
You destroy everything I work for, then demand my surrender.
But again, I've got to do the whole thing again if I die. I can have a little run around though. See if there's any more. There is one there. The two, or just one? Double red sword rubbish. Help down as I can. I'm going to use a live because it's at about 60%. He hits no double hit, I'm dead, and then, you know, in one sense I'm trying to manage the lives. Let's go pick up the lives. Direction. Well, I keep calling them lives, but why am I running so slow? Oh god. Run straight into the post. Have it! Okay, here we go. Pop him. Yeehaw! Brutal. Good choppies.
You win nothing here, Yasuke. Vengeance will find you.
From Nuno Karo, he is next.
Not him.
I think I've had about 6 boss fights in the last 3 or
My
4 videos
people.
in this game.
I
For
will
some
be
reason.
waiting. Where is Karo?
You will not learn it from me. You have defeated me today. My fine armor is yours to claim. But do not mistake my intentions. I sought a better future. My dream
Thanks, Boxing.
dies with me. But the fight for what I believe in will endure. Get on with it.
One bites the dust. This is kind of a sort of side quest thing. It's a Yasuke sort of storyline thing to do with the Templars. I think we need to do this and another one to actually carry on with the main targets. Are you able to raise the audio of my mic? I think it's probably because the game's a bit too loud. I haven't adjusted it from before, so let me have a tweak. Boxing, I will do.
Kay spoke of vengeance. I should respect his threats. Stay vigilant.
New armor.
I am no closer to finding Nuno Karo. Still, the
Also, I
Templars
was
have
talking
suffered
a little
blow.
bit quiet because of the
Kimura
fight.
Kay is dead, and the aspiring army lies in ruins. As for Karo, his reckoning will come.
I do have, I think, the game a little. I don't think I had that set at 100. Try that. I mean, it really differs, but I do think watching back some of my videos and stuff, I've just got the game sound a little bit high throughout, so we'll try with that. And when I'm in the next big sort of fight scene, let me know. I mean, when I'm talking, my voice graphic equalizer is almost touching red, so I think it's just the game sound was drowning out a bit with the fight scene. So yeah, we've gone from 100% to 5 on the main audio. See, right, break it out.
That was not ideal.
Yeah, but I did. The game main sound was 100% as well. Which I'm sure I set it to 80 earlier. It's gone back to 100. And if 65, I've now got it 65. So if that gets too low, come down here. I don't even remember what I'm meant to be doing now. Let's have a look at the objectives. Thanks for reminding me. So I think, yeah, we're doing this Templar thing. Another target's not come up here. Because we need to... We've done all the main... we need to do these two fellas. This one, I think... It says complete Naoe's personal journey. So I think we need to do this because it's holding me back now. I did several of them. Go and do this. Eat. But I think it's a flashback. 100% sure. Now, I'm not sure if I want to change the armor, because this armor I've got can parry unblockable attacks. It's quite key for you. This stuff we picked up was our current level 37 though. Reduce impact from enemy attacks. Yeah, see, I don't think that's as good. Although I need to level these up. Let's check if I got any mastery points to spend. I've got 2. I don't think that would be anything. So what? That. Okay, so we are going to very short on money as well because I spent all the rega and upgrades. I think we've only got like 700-800 at most. I think. Money's universal, is not. 865, yeah. Hey Joker, how you doing? You sent me a pic up in inside your base of Windrose. Well, let me have a look. Working. I did see one. I don't know if the one. I did see one where you had all the concrete dock. I think doing quite a bit of stuff. Oh, very nice. Oh yeah, a lovely sort of tavern down the pub. Very nice. Yeah, I like that tiling floor they've got in the game. It's really nice. I think a lot of my flooring is going to be using that. And look at the dinner table that you've done. Put some thought into that. That looks very nice. What's on the menu? What's for dinner? Thanks for that. Back to my Twitch. Yeah, it's very nice floor, isn't it? They've got some really nice textures to some of the stuff they've done in the game. You know, even some of the woods and stuff I think look really cool. Oh, missed it. Right, so yeah, I think this thing is a long way away, so we can fast travel out of this zone. I have a feeling this might be a flashback. Crikey, we don't have a... Go to Guru Pond and come down. Here and up. This looks like it's a... I need to do more of these. I've only done one of these. These are like the tombs. Puzzles and stuff. I don't know how many there are. I think I've found at least 2 or 3 others, so... I've only done one. I think this is technically nearer, so we'll come here and travel up. Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, no worries, Joker. Anytime, man. Thanks for that. think you're a lot more better at the building stuff than me. I'm gonna have a crack at trying to jot down some ideas of what sort of buildings I want. Again, I've seen some inspiration on videos I've seen from Windrow's building. Been watching more Enshrouded stuff, dragging me in as well. And then thinking about, you know, I mean, obviously I'm going to build a tavern and stuff, but then, you know, you sort of think of 4 walls and a roof and a space inside, but then I've seen people doing like the Tudor buildings, so like the second floor's overhanging and larger than the first floor, and then the third floor's even larger, so then you've got these, oh, you could do it the other way and stuff. So, you know, you sort of got to get out of that mindset of everything has to be sort of 4 walls and so many floors, and try and come up with more, you know, creative ideas for towers and buildings and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I want to have a great hall. I want to have, you know, sort of cooking rooms down sort of one side and storage rooms down another, and then I want to have a harbour and a bridge, and maybe even interior stuff for the smaller ships with some sort of roofing. And there are no drawbridges, I think, in the game, but you can arch some of the bridges so that certainly the small boat can right, any and then I was watching this morning a video about RPGs coming in 2026, and I think the video had about 9 video, and there were 2 or 3 that I thought, yeah, that's not me, but there were a whole bunch that I can't even remember the names of them. I had to dig out the video, but it was like, holy hell, this looks good. You know, and if they can do some base building and crafting and other things, well as the art. Like, oh, Fable was one of them. Got the new Fable. I mean, they spent 8 years doing this. So, like, Fable's going to be, you can get married, have kids, build houses, build cities. Built from the ground up. All the NPCs have got jobs and careers, and so, you know, it's part GTA and part sort of medieval, but also looks like an absolutely stonkingly massive game because of the detail. The people that did Baldur's Gate 3 are doing a new RPG that's apparently going to be like 10 times the size of BG3 or something, making it maybe the biggest RPG ever made. I can't remember. Your table is pillars of, well, this is what's quite good about what they've done in Windrose, and I think Enshrouded's the same, and obviously Minecraft is and stuff. When you can just create some shapes and blocks and stuff like that, I mean, you can make bridges and banisters and things because they've just given you the shapes and the angles to go off and create, you know, whatever you want. So if you haven't got an item you want, you've got a good chance with some of the building. I mean, I haven't really studied it much yet, but when I was just looking at like poles and posts and things, the amount of things, I'm thinking, well, why do I need all sort of those? But they're little bits so you could actually then just, you know, pretty much create, you know, decking and videos and bridges and things like that. So, which is always cool. Really down to people's imagination what they create. I mean, obviously Windrose did done, I think Shrouded did done Minecraft and stuff, but you know, it's a pretty good game. Chips going around and doing stuff without the building, and then you add the building in as well.
Are those Egans against Mitsuhide's army?
I mean, I don't know.
I need to help.
They haven't done it, but maybe they could do a different kind of game mode where just everything's unlocked at the start if you want to do a creative mode. But you know, the two types don't mix. You don't?
Faith strengthens my body and mind.
She died in the war. Lord Tokugawa Ieyasu, raise your heads.
How was that sound in that
Timely
fight? Although I wasn't
assistance,
speaking
Yasuke.
throughout.
I am pleased to see you survived Lord Nobunaga's betrayal.
Thank you, my lord. I honor Lord Nobunaga's alliances.
I admire your loyalty. The line does not seem as clear in these tumultuous times. I extend my gratitude to your friend as well. What is your name?
Thank you, Lord Ieyasu. I am Naoe.
Naoe. Ah,
Noah.
the Fujibayashi child.
You know me?
I'd quite like to
My
learn
associate
Japanese,
once
to be honest.
extended
It's
my
a great
protection
language
to
and
you.
culture, but God.
Before the regrettable events of Iga.
Hattori Hanzo served you.
And he continues to do so. A resourceful and loyal man. I count on his support. He will arrive soon. And he will be surprised to see you alive.
Is he escorting you out of the Kansai?
Observant, as most Igans. I am opting for the best strategy the situation prescribes.
I have a
The
feeling
sword
this
may
guy
win
might
this
be one of the
battle,
bad guys, hence why we
but
had to come and do
patience
this
will
mission
win the
first.
war.
But Mitsuhide got ahead through aggressive means, my lord.
And yet,
I only know a few
in
words,
the
you
end,
know.
restraint will
Arigato.
triumph and ensure prosperity.
But your forces could help Hashiba Hideyoshi and the Oda clan.
What would this accomplish? For more than 100 years, vengeance,
Thanks, Boxing.
power,
Appreciate it,
and
man.
the treason have led to this endless cycle. It will drive Hideyoshi, just as it drives Mitsuhide. I stood by Lord Nobunaga's vision, but his assassination will have the wolves tear each other apart for power. In this moment, it is wiser to be a fox.
Yes, Lord Ieyasu.
The aim is peace. We will usher the people there carefully. It is useless to harm a bird to make it sing. Best to wait for its song.
Very wise man.
Ah, our friend in common has arrived.
Hattori Hanzo.
I hope we can one day continue this conversation. Thank you, both. Your help will not be forgotten.
Until we meet again, Lord Ieyasu.
I should talk with Hanzo by myself.
If you need me, you know where I am.
Where is he going?
I was watching one of the castles. I was watching something to do with Japan and its history, and one of the big things that you go and visit is those castles, but it's in the game. Again, it's like that's why I love learning history and stuff a bit more, because sometimes when you're doing a game, you think it's all made up or whatever, but I think which was it was one of the castles. Got lots of them. I mean, a lot of these are either ruins, some of them still. Might have been Himeji Castle. Anyway, it's you know, it's still fully built, this particular one. Might be Amagaki Castle. I'd have to look. Anyway, but it's sort of white looking walls on the outside and stuff. But I'm just going, oh yeah, I've walked all over the roofs of that building and you see shadows and stuff. And it's just like, you know, and then you appreciate the detail they've done in this game to make things. I mean, obviously the scaling's different, but they've got, you know, the towns in the rough right areas just as they did in Origins and stuff like that, and you know, you just have different scalings to do with how big this is down the distance between them and stuff. But good. Right, we've got to follow Hanzo. Where is he? Hey Hanzo, how's it going?
Alive, are you?
Surviving,
Your father?
dead.
I offered him life, and he chose death. Stubborn until the end.
That's not what happened. You knew what he was hiding.
The more important question is whether you know.
It doesn't matter what I know.
Perhaps. But your father knew. And now, it is lost.
I will find it.
You don't have to be a fool like he was. Abandon this quest.
No, I made a promise.
It is a path that only leads to death.
Then why am I still standing?
It killed your father, and it killed your mother. It will kill you next.
What does this have to do with my mother?
Yeah, there's
It
a whole load
has
of stuff about a
everything
mother
to
that
do
we
with
haven't.
Tsuyu. You were robbed of an exceptional woman. The best warrior I have ever met.
Tell me more.
It's a complicated story, and I am not much of a storyteller. But I knew her, as well as Nagato did.
Were you close to my father?
We were different in every way. The high-born war prodigy, and the humble Jizamure's son. But we were like brothers.
What changed?
Our views. Time. The world is always moving. But most of all, it was those cursed boxes.
Boxes? There's more than one?
That is all I will say. Abandon this foolish quest, and work with me.
I gave my word.
Open your eyes, Naoe. The world is changing. Your skills have value. Come with me.
And be the tool of yet another power-hungry demon like you?
I am not the one chasing ghosts. There's much you don't know.
Fine. But I will never stop asking for the truth.
Your parents raised an honorable child. I understand the burden you carry. Your father's blade is more than a weapon. It is a way of life.
Is it linked to the boxes? What are they?
Go to Setsu. Look for a large coffin. As for what is inside, you will find out on your own.
Didn't we do that one? Kufin
Naoe.
is the dungeon.
Make Tsuyu proud.
Dungeon caves or.
Are you all right?
I don't know. I think I'm scared.
Well, you are the most courageous person I have ever met. That must count for something.
It will have to. You can't
It's so
come with me
pretty.
this time,
Yeah.
Yasuke.
I don't
We
know
all have
how much
secrets,
it's based on the real
and we all
character,
have to
but
face them one day.
I love her hair
Just
in the
know
game.
that
Just
your allies will be there for you if you need us.
What would I do
best
without
looking
you?
hair in AC games.
I really do not know. Hey, you've got work to do.
Well, you don't see it with the
Get
hat.
to it.
Oh yeah, by the way, there was a bit of a leak. So Hexa is the next Assassin's Creed game set in the Witch Trials. 1800s, whatever. Apparently Ezio is going to be maybe in it a bit as some sort of ultimate. Because I think the time period is sort of touches on when he was still alive from the Italian Ezio trilogies. And he's going to be sort of, it's not going to be a major part of the game or something. It's going to be the fact that he might be in it, just sort of going to be awesome if that's true. Okay, reach the Tomb of the Ancients now. I had a feeling this was one I'd done, but if it's a mission... Yeah, see, I've done it, but then there's something else in here. What a bugger, man. I've only done one Kofun, and I've got to go back and do it again. What we got here. Legendary item, didn't we? But maybe it's not about doing it or something. Let's get over there. The outfit. Dude, the outfits happen so well in this game. Gotta love this environment with all this weather and wind and stuff. Never want an AC game without it now. I'm a little bit have a look because what level are we? We are 37 going on to 38. My weapons are all 34, 30. Don't really have much, focusing too much on just some of the camps. Don't do some of the sort of boring go and clear camps and get hard to level some of the gear up. Boss. And I don't think I did it that long ago. Well, I did it when I was level 34, but like this item here, 30. So we've got soon to get 8 levels. This was still better than what we had. That was at 28. Yeah, so we need to do that at some point, but although they don't have the gladiator touching the cornfields thing that they have in Origins, and I think it was in Odyssey, I think it was even in Valhalla, then for some reason they've stopped it, which is criminal really. Probably know this boxing, but if you're doing Origins right now, then when you walk through grass and cornfields and things like that, just do it slowly. He automatically puts his hand out and sort of feels the cornfields and stuff, which is a famous scene and action that was in the Gladiator movie. Just awesome that put something game in it.
This place fits Hanzo's description. Now to find
What? How was that? Got handstand drowning in the water. Done this look.
This must be the way in.
So I don't know if it's going to make me do the whole thing twice, because I think when we go down here, you can't come back the way you come in.
Now to find what Hanzo spoke about. So cryptically.
So we shouldn't, but I can't quite remember.
What is this place? This scroll is in bad shape. Stay your blade from the flesh of the innocent. The rest is too damaged to read. A battle. I wonder what happened.
Find clues about.
I wonder where this leads.
Get up off the floor, you prat.
Who else knows about this
Have a
place?
think. I mean, this quest we're doing, I should have done it a long time ago. It has been available. There. That's why I generally do like doing quests and following the main story in the AC games, because a lot of them will take you to a location. So if you just truly go around like an open world game and do some location, you'll often then have a quest which take you back to the same place, and then you'll feel like you're, although you have a different objective, feel like you're sort of eating
Good
an
thing
area.
I have
So
my rope. Whoever was here didn't want to be found.
But you know, doing these games do teach you a bit of Japanese. You know, obviously kofun. I don't know the literal translations, but I think it's cave. Pretty sure we don't have to. You have lots of water in front of me. But darker here, I remember. Just where we've come from. Feeling them. I also tend to do the lights because I get turned around a little bit. I've lit lights and like, well, that's where I've been. Very much acts as my sort of piece of string, so to speak. See it on the screen very well.
No signs of battle here. They must have missed this room.
I've got to find clues. This is the treasure on the blue thing. Only 4 meters away and above me. I think I found another 2 or 3 Koof and these boxes. Key. Where we came up with light there.
There's something ahead.
The legendary chest thing left. Thing I need back here. Let me check what basically 2 meters above me. Up here. So yeah. Maybe get over the other side. Double thing. That one in front of me on the ceiling. Back. Here, lead. Oh. There's the chest. I remember, which takes you. So if I climb that, leave the back it up. Oh crap, no I can't. But now we can't go back side. Didn't see any. Oh,
Could one of the bodies be... Let's not go there, Naoe. He wears a blade just like mine. More bodies. Dead for years. A battle between Ronin and shinobi. What were they fighting for?
I don't remember this with the Assassin's Creed door. They surely could stick any blade. Okay, I think this is...
No one has been here for years. 3 altars. Could this be where the boxes were kept?
That one means
Valor,
boxes.
wisdom, benevolence. The same virtues Chichiwa used in lessons when I was young.
Maybe that's his box then. Banners and all.
Only wrote on a few pages, in an odd language. Yasuke can try.
Wow. Oh wow, we got an
I need
assassin
Yasuke to look at this book.
outfit in front of us. We do that though, there was nothing else here. Box. Definitely didn't come in here last time. Because sort of linking to the Assassin's Creed story, I mean, you know, what sort of 50 hours into this game and there's been very little. I haven't done many of the it's not modern day stuff, but the what do you call it, the Animus stuff. I haven't done the markers. I did one, I don't remember what episode that was. It it's actually very good, actually. It's quite long and big and quite different. Drop down. Lights on. Can I turn around? Eye on this. Don't matter to me. Shot.
This must have belonged to someone in the Kakushibaiki.
Light armor. I mean, I quite like all the Japanese looking out. I'm not particularly, you know, just the one that we got. It's much more Assassin's Creed-y, although it still looks quite Japanese. But it's purple, it's not the 1 health on here. In health, crit damage is high, vulnerable damage down 20%, damage for tool. water can't use. I like that though. Everything green. What I don't like about these ones is, I mean, for me, she's got a really pretty face and mouth, and sound like some old pervert now. Ooh. But with the face masks and stuff, you can't, you know. Both Yasuke and Naoe have had face masks for a lot of the time. I'm gonna equip that just. They've got too much gear on, you can't face or head or. Drop down. I think we just go back out the way we came then. I don't really recall. Something must have been closed off when we pulled the key.
Time to get out of here.
Okay.
You followed me?
Of course not. Pure
Hey, Bit Monster, how you
coincidence.
doing? Afternoon
I'm
to
fine,
you.
you know.
Yep.
So, what did you find?
Started
was
off this
hoping you could help me
video
with
session with a
this.
boss fight.
I can't read it.
Ah, Latin.
What does it say?
That's Latin.
It is a journal, or at least a part of one, if we judge it by the cover. Belonging to Alvaro Cataribera, a Spaniard. He writes about a young assassin.
What? Read it.
I will try to translate, but it is only a few pages. I would need more time for precise reading.
Yasuke.
All right. The time to expand the Brotherhood has come. If we are to fulfill the mission from Emperor Gonara. Tomorrow, Tsuyu and I leave for Iga, in search of a new ally. If rumors are true, a free spirit shinobi, Momochi Sandayu, fights daimyo oppression.
A mission from the former emperor? Momochi Sandayu.
There is more. With luck, Tsuyu will build our brotherhood in Japan. Kakushiba Iki, they call it. One last page. Today, I announced my departure to Tsuyu. I gave her the task of protecting the objects, to keep their secrets. The balance of Japan rests with her. We live in shadow to serve the light.
The objects.
We
What
live
do you
in
think they
shadow
are?
to serve the light.
I do
Famously.
not know.
Which one
But
first
judging
did
by
that?
what this Cataribera
I
wrote,
think Origins, maybe.
the identity
That's it.
should remain a secret.
My parents. They died for this creed. Hanzo spoke the truth. Stay your blade from the flesh of the innocent. I found that tenet in the Kofun.
They were good people who fought for others. We will find what they have lost and honor what they stood for. They are not establishing outposts.
That's as good a start as any.
Not going to comment on my new headgear. Blade is done. Gonna be a resting. Check. Given the assassins, because we've got Yasuke doing a bit. Well, that could be it, but I think there's two more because we haven't found the main guy. That was the Templar thing, connecting with a past she's not aware of, something to do with other. If I do this one though. Okay, so before it directed me up here. We had to do it. Now it's going to let me do it. But I kind of think we should still do these. Find clues about... It's going to be quite cool. Yeah. Here, south of Nabari Wilds. Nabari Wild. It's southeast of Kamishi Waterfall. Southeast would be down a bit here, so let that change. Found it. Bingo! Okay. Probably come here and come up here. Maybe get that done. Looks quite mountainous here. There would have happened over that. Fast travels. Go to try this. I was doing hour-long episodes, so I'd normally do that now, but I'm going to try and stretch these. And if I'm playing longer, we'll just end the streams and restart them if you're live. Put them slightly up on YouTube in a little bit more episodic fashion. Supplies we don't need. We're going to have to go back and upgrade though, but okay, so go across the bridge and onto the main road, follow it up all the way to stay here and cut up this way. I mean, the base building, that's probably the best AC that we've had for base building stuff, because there's a lot more to it and I haven't really done it. I've watched, there's some videos out there just like the most epic hideout and stuff, and although a lot of the buildings that you can add, I mean it's like a selection of about 20-30 buildings in total. They give you lots of ponds and stones and trees and little snippet things, so people again are very creative and have built their own sort of gardens stuff. Like its own little mini game. Yeah, on the right road going up north. Yeah. Okay, so go up here. Keep right. Keep right. Oh, I can get rid of that marker now, can't I? Things look further on a map than... So this question mark is probably another temple. I know, I keep saying it every video I play, that the forest and dense trees in this game are just so much better than any other game. That's the first Assassin's Creed game where forest, I mean, you literally can't see where you're going if you go off the tracks. You know, the other games, it's all a bit sparse and gamified, and a lot of games are like that. This one, it's like you go right into the foresty areas. Plus you can hack down trees. Follow this round from it. Temple. These gets us knowledge point resistance. Can turn these off so they auto complete. I've got it on simplified, but things aren't.
I am an ember, lit by the flames of purpose.
The knowledge point and smith. Right, let's go do this travel point. But there's a animus thing. If this path, but it does look like this path. Take the left foot. Okay, get a temple boost. the most stunning views. If that's an animus thing on our left, get him by coming to this point. Mount Nukai? Okay. On the map. Kind of. Here. This is here, isn't it? Not going to do it, but I want to get close to it. I want to see if it's a proper mark on that. I've only done the one animus thing, and it was really cool. I really enjoyed it and stuff. The thing is, I mean, it was about an hour long or something. Anything? It's not really putting anything on the map. I can see this little thing, but give an activation. Cool. Right. So we are meant to be going up here. I think staying high on the mountain, going back, probably shorter route. Have any interest in Crimson Desert? No, not really. It's got no sort of story to it. I don't know, it just seems a bit aimed. It seems like it's just trying to be 10 games in one. I mean, it does look impressive. I know some people relish the game, but art puzzle pie. I mean, it's kind of funny because, like, so many people say trash AC games. Go, oh yeah, but it's just this point and that point. Go here, do this mission, all this sort of open world, and then I actually can't get through that. You know, the bloat, the thing, and then Crimson Desert comes out. And it's basically a stripped down Assassin's Creed with just like 10 times as many random stuff to just come across and complete. It's like just the bloat of an Assassin's Creed game. And some people are saying it's the best thing since sliced bread. And it's like, well, hang on a sec. Weren't you the same people saying that all these sort of random, endless, just, you know, I mean, obviously the world's so big, and then with the sort of flying thing, a bit like what you've got in Shrouded and stuff, makes travel quite interesting and stuff. I mean, I guess, you know, but again, it just, I don't know, new game, what was it, £50, £60 when it came out. I mean, I know they've changed it, improved it now, but like, certainly when it came out, people were just like, its controls, like, use the game with just like, weird. I think they've changed a lot of that now, but it's still got so many different sort of... I don't think I can get up there. Okay. Deep, I'm going to have to go... I have a feeling this is the map board. Got to go... Might not even be able to get up there. Have to go here and down.
Oi!
See what I mean about the dead spot? You know, I'm gonna go down there. Okay. Seeing the edge of the maps here. See if we can get up over this way. I don't know, it's with Crimson Desert and stuff. For me, it's certainly a game that I'd probably want to wait a few years and see. We are up over the cliffage. About a lot. But I was talking to Joker about this the other day. There's some games that are sort of too open world. I don't want to quite say the word aimless because that's probably going a bit too far. But personally, as a gamer, I like a bit of direction or story or leveling. Think if it's too open world, and so let's just say No Man's Sky. Crimson Desert. I think I'd struggle to be motivated to do the next bit. I mean, I grew up with quite linear games, you know, and very different sort of, you know, you'd have a beginning and an end and stuff. And I do quite like, you know, obviously a lot of the Assassin's Creed games are quite open world, but you've got that leveling, you've got the gear, got the story. And yes, some of the
I'll make good
games
use of this.
have too much bloat in the middle. I mean, there's such a thing called pacing in game, and it's actually very, very important, pacing. And Assassin's Creed, for me, are some of the best worlds and stories in gaming for me. And I do like the open world games since the thing. I mean, I kind of preferred Unity and Syndicate as games, but, you know, they'd been doing that format for like 10, 12 years, so they needed to change it up. And obviously with Orange as it started, Odyssey was where they started to go a bit wrong. They improved some things on... The thing is, Odyssey's a good game, but it's not a great Assassin's Creed game. And then it has like 80 hours of bloat right in the middle of it. But the story is pretty good in Odyssey. In Valhalla, it was kind of weird because it was very similar to Odyssey. Valhalla's more of an Assassin's Creed game, but it's much more of a fighting game, and it's not an Assassin's Creed. And out of those three, Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla, Valhalla's the least Assassin's Creedy of them all, but it's still an Assassin's Creed game. You know? But the first 20 hours of Valhalla were awesome, and the last 20 hours, 15 hours of Valhalla were awesome, and some really good storytelling. But Valhalla made you do regions in a certain order, and the characters and story of each region, I just didn't give a shit about them. You just had to do them because you had to do the region before you could go on and do the next. And so there's sort of 60 hours of bloat, but it's not the kind of bloat. So in Odyssey, it was a lot of go here, do that, just okay, it's not really just content. In Valhalla, it was sort of an attempt at a story-driven bloat kind of regional thing. But I think the real problem with the middle of Valhalla was the characters. Because if you speak to a lot of people, they say, well, after hour 30 in Valhalla, they forgot what the story was about. And then it picks up again towards the end. And I think all Assassin's Creed games, certainly since Origins, have had that bit of a problem. But Origins, Shadows, certainly Mirage and stuff, have got much more connected story and much more... again, a personal opinion, a much more better storyline and characters. And it's kind of weird because I really wanted to like Valhalla as my best Assassin's Creed game because I'm from the UK and the Vikings in England. There's no parkour, there's no tall buildings and stuff. It's just churches and small huts and stuff that all looked the same after a while. So the world wasn't as good as I thought it was gonna be. And obviously I know these areas personally quite well. And a lot of this stuff, when the game was set, there wasn't any records and stuff. So, you know, the Oxfords and you know, apart from the odd church here or there, and although they tell you about the history and there's lots of stuff to learn there, it's not really like, obviously with Unity and Syndicate you can walk around established cities and places and go, wow, I'm actually back in the time living this layout, whereas it's all made up in Valhalla mostly, and without the parkour, without the Assassin's Creed-y bit, and then the way that you had to sort of get these regions on your side to fight the king towards the end, it just became very like, oh, I've just got to get this done, I've just got to get this done. And as I say, the main character Valhalla and Basim and the end of the story and everything is excellent, but the characters of each region that you need to get on your side are just so annoying, and just that you just think, I don't care whether these people live or die. So, you know, you've had that, but then games like Crimson Desert, and I haven't played it, so I can't say I'm an expert on it. It's just from what I've watched and gathered. Another thing, if the game's a bit too open, you can go anywhere, you can do anything kind of thing, without a bit more of a story or leveling or some sort of system that ties it all together, I'll get about 20 hours in and then I'll think, yeah, I want to play something else now. I can't, you know, because there needs to be some hooks in a game, keep you coming back and playing it, and then feeling like you've got a really good achievement.
Kakushibaiki called themselves assassins.
And at the moment, I would doubt
slaughtered at the coffin.
That with
This
Crimson
man must
Desert
have
that I
died
would
from
get
his
so many
wounds.
hours in, and then I'd be
I
like,
hope
what am
the
I playing
others
this for?
escaped.
Is it just to do just more map markers? There's a little bit of story in it, and I know they could probably add that. Oh, just over that.
Always honor, never compromise.
Whole load of assassins.
Reminds
back
me
there.
of our Egan oaths. It's not only the group that must be protected, but its beliefs.
So yeah, I mean, and it's a personal problem. I just struggle a little bit. I mean, you know, I mean, Joker's probably better at these games than me because of the building. I mean, I was never a huge fan of Minecraft. I think I'm a bit better now, but I think although I've got the imagination, I didn't feel I had the creativity. I would see other people's builds and designs and think, wow, why can't I think of that? I've got imagination about story, characters. Most of my whole being as a real person is on an emotional level. You know, I'm not an engineer. I'm not that sort of, you know, creative. I mean, I do love games that give you that creativity. I'm never the best at them or enjoy them the most, but they're excellent games. If you can create a game where people like, say, Minecraft and stuff, where people can build whatever they can dream up. I just struggle to be able to be that creative myself. And I don't know, you know, as I say, over the years, your sort of taste in gaming sort of change a little. I mean, I think around the end of Odyssey and into Valhalla, and then the disappointments of Valhalla once I got through the first 25 hours, I was almost ready to. I was getting on that Ubisoft bandwagon of what a bunch of wankers, I hate them, I'm never going to play a Ubisoft game ever again, and it's easy to fall into that track. And then I got to the point where, look, I still like Assassin's Creed. I like the story, I like the modern day story, I like the Templars, the Assassins, I like the gameplay, I like the combat and stuff, and every single one of the games that have come out have had like 6 great things about them and 4 bad things about them. And I got to the point where I like these games enough. I mean, if you need a break or don't do them back to back or whatever, they're fine. But in the end of the day, I don't want Assassin's Creed to disappear. I don't want to not play them. And like with Shadows and with Mirage, I didn't get them on launch. A, because of price, and B, Ubisoft have never delivered a very good Assassin's Creed game on launch. But yes, if you wait a year and a half later and you get a complete game and it's had all the patches and you're getting it for you know, 10 quid, 15 quid or less or something. You know, these are some great games. You know, it's not for everybody. Not everybody wants to sort of play these type of leveling quest based sort of semi-open world games. But you know, I do struggle if the game's a bit too directionless, that I don't, or I can get overwhelmed if it's like Space Engineers is a fantastic game, you know, and it's something like, but it's all really about creativity and what you can build, and it's probably a much better multiplayer game if you had people that were as good as you or better than you at that stuff. But I would always play it and feel I'm totally overwhelmed. I don't, you know, and then you get to the point where, do I really want to spend 15 hours learning the controls and another 15 hours learning how to build and stuff? And then it's like, well, what am I going to build and do? So some games lose me either because of their size of scope or the lack of direction or something. And every player, you know, and I think that's partly because, as I say, and that's why I like games that I can play, complete, move on, maybe come back to updates and stuff, because I feel much more sense of achievement. If I was playing some sort of Minecraft game in a desert setting where it's just, yeah, it's part survival, it's part just, I you know, I'm sure I would love parts of it, but then I'd be like, I don't know what to do now. Should I do this? Should I do that? You know, get overwhelmed by the fact I could do anything and build anything, and then, you know, to get crippled by procrastination. I mean, gaming, you know, it's just like gaming as a topic, really. You study at university level and stuff, you know, what works, what doesn't work, the type of people, all that sort of stuff. You know, why people play certain games, why they like certain games. Another one of these then. That other one's just disappeared. I think this is mostly clicking up some items. Outfit. We just picked up this one. That looks cool, doesn't it? Look at that outfit there, man. Like black and silver. Holy shit. You can get that legendary. The detail on the outfit. I mean, I'd never wear it at home, but you know, I'd love to have a, is it Komodo? No, Komodo. No, that's a dragon, isn't it? I don't know. The clothing, it's sort of like a big dressing gown. So fancy, all in silk and stuff, you know. So this next one's in Yamato. Is up here. Somewhere. Where we were. Southwest of Katsuguri. Southwest is here. Probably if we got it. Can. Put some rocks. Done that. Come here then. Get these pickups here. That's probably a very long-winded saying of don't have a lot of interest in Crimson Desert at the moment. But have you played it? Have you tried it yourself, or? Anybody in the chat today does it? I mean, I do like games that I either will play 100 hours to 300 hours and then I'll complete it and feel like I'm done with it if it runs well and I can get it for good value. And if there are games that sort of a bit more of a forever game, then I guess it has to have certain thing, yeah. And many of these
Another Kakushibaiki outpost. What secrets do you hold?
That's not what we're coming to do though, is it? Might take me that way. Where this trail ends, I usually come around in a big circle. I love the fact we can just cut anything down in shadows here. Right. Want to rearrange the forest? Go ahead. Put it all down. Certain trees you can't do. Bushes and all the... Not doing it with the best weapon, but you've got a katana or something, just go around. I can't climb anything in this game, which I actually like. Origins and Odyssey, I think you literally could climb everything. I think you probably could in Bout. I can't remember well how. You either need to climb a certain path that's marked, certain catch points. I think it's generally Bout. Why can't I get up here though? And if you think it looks like it's got handholds and stuff, then sometimes you can climb. If not, it'll just flip back like that. The early Assassin's Creed games had that, where you have to sort of climb a certain path and like climb everything. I think Origins probably was the first one. It's there, you can just hang and climb off it. Think of when it came out, but now it's like find a way out. Jump point down. Any points of my grapple either. Sometimes you do all this, you'll find most of the I think there is a path leads up to it. That I haven't found. Weird layout this forest though. Good destructs. shade from the tree. What I need to get. There, make sure to get past these rocks. Let me go up there, you know you want to. Past this a bit. Right, there's a bit of a road up high, there still might not. Up. Up and see climbing a bit. Oh, I'm not trying to do the path as it. Get here. Oh, crapperoonie. Trapped in a flipping. And I came here and then it was just a cliff face. Try the other one. I'm just wasting time on the video, I'm just going to edit out. You struggle to finish a lot of games nowadays. Yeah, well, I mean, games, I mean, obviously, if you're working and you've got kids and stuff like that, I mean, first of all, there's a big time sink, isn't there? That's difficult, and games have become larger and larger and larger. Let's just try to get a one of Have to fast travel. Fine. Yeah, southwest is Duka Foothill. Duka. Southwest is Duka Foothill. So southwest is this way. Path of the Blade. Again, this. Yeah, so it's there. See if we can get to this one a bit easier, but if they're all around these slimy areas. But this isn't anything to do with the story, I think it's just going around collecting a few items of assassins here. But I mean, Assassin's Creed games do have a beginning and an end, certainly with the main story and stuff. And whether you do side quests and all the points on a map or something, it's up to you. But as far as the main story goes, there's a beginning and an end. So you know you've sort of completed the main story once you've done that. Down here.
This looks like another Kakushibaiki outpost. Stay your blade from the flesh of the innocent. I saw this tenet in the Setsu Kofun. If only it was easier to tell who's actually innocent. A letter signed by my mother? A message asking for help. Kaede, we have information that a mysterious group has emerged. They know what we are protecting and where the objects are hidden. The location of the box was compromised. Tsuyu called every member of the Kakushibaiki to Setsu to defend it. Those bodies in the Kofun, they perished.
Assassin flag outdoor cosmetic outpost letter.